Good morning, viewers, and we're back. It's the Tobago Updates Youth Morning Show. This morning, I'm here with Miss Kyla Keith Wilson. Good morning. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Kyla Keith Wilson, wife, mother of one, employed at the Division of Infrastructure, avid netballer, alumni of Scarborough Sec. I'm not sure what else you need to know.
Well, I know about the Scarborough Sec part.
Yes.
Of course, I know that you've been a netball coach for quite some time. You said, you're an avid netballer, your mother, a wife, a lot of things going on. But amidst all of that, you were able to achieve something very remarkable. Can you tell the viewers about that?
Well, I took on the journey of wanting better development for Tobago in sport and, well, netball, my passion in specific, netball, basketball. And I would have, over the COVID period, taken on a lot of courses offered by TTOC. And because of that progression, TTOC was then just signing me up. Okay, Kyla, I needed to do this, I needed to do that. And it eventually landed me a scholarship from TTOC to attend Canada Sporting Association to complete my certification as a classical training coach.
Okay, a classical training coach. So can you tell us what it is? Tell us about the course that you would have done as well, some of the things that the course would have entailed.
The course was very intense. We started off online. The first phase, 2 phases, started off online for a couple months. Well, it was very intense. And the second phase allowed me to go to Montreal, Canada, to complete the final phase. 10 countries in participation, Bhutan, Jamaica, Barbados, Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, just to name a few. I was the only selectee from Trinidad and Tobago to be awarded. And when I say the experience was remarkable. It was very challenging because I'm in a foreign land, the weather conditions, as well as the language barrier because it's the French side of Canada I was. But overall, it was an amazing experience where I was able to study certain athletes, like study athletes preparing for Winter Olympic Games, athletes preparing for the 2026 Commonwealth Games. So it was being exposed to some of the most amazing and highly qualified coaches there, Artiform. It was just an amazing experience.
Okay, and you spoke a little bit about being there with persons from different countries. You're the only person from Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
So what was your experience like networking? Are there persons that you're still in contact with?
Oh, yes.
Because, you're a netball coach, so you're trying to open up opportunities for your students. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the countries, the 10 of us, 7 were awarded their visas. So we were able to, 7 were in attendance, 3 was online. And we are constantly in contact with each other because we feed off of each other because they have different strengths and so. And I did not go as a netball coach. I went as a coach, certified, so I could coach anything, but I zeroed in on basketball and netball, right? Because that is my field, but it's generalized coaching. I could go into any discipline and then narrow in onto the discipline in specific, what is needed for the discipline.
Okay, and I think that's very remarkable. You said also that you would have learned different things, like, training persons for winter sports and that kind of thing. What are some of the other things that you would have learned that you think would be important for Tobagonian athletes specifically?
Planning, not just thinking. We need to come out of the mindset of preparing an athlete for next 6 months or next year. We need to understand, in order to have proper athletes and have longevity in athletes, you have to have proper planning. You can't plan 1 year at a time. You have to have, you go out there, talent identification, and you say, okay, this is the group that we are going to work on, and we're preparing them for this for the next 4 or 5 years. We really need to get away from that short-term planning in Trinidad and Tobago. We need more coaches qualified and understand what is needed for long-term athlete development. Yeah.
Okay, and I can say for certain that you have a wealth of knowledge that can definitely be shared within the Tobago space, most definitely. And I also know when I went to school, the persons in my age group who would have been under your guidance, so persons like Phoebe and Kyla
The
and
bosses.
yes,
Yes.
of course, Joel as well.
Yes.
And I remember that they would have been going on trips. I think they went to Florida or something sometime
Florida,
with you.
Jamaica. 2 of them got scholarships, Ayana and Demisha, out of that group. They are now back and coaching in my academy, Nicker's Netball Academy.
So wonderful. I mean, you've definitely been doing the work before, and then now you have the training and the certification, so you can do even better. So you have, you said Nicker's Training Academy. Tell us a little bit about that.
On our return from Jamaica in 2018, a fire, a passion, it's like, Kyla, you need to take this to the next level. After seeing what Jamaica do, we say, no, came back, did the homework, saved all the money, bought all the equipment, and created an academy for development. My passion is development, the young ones. So it's preparing them when they get to a certain level, hand them over to the more elite coaches. That was the idea, not knowing myself, saying, you know what, I could get them to a certain point, doing it, have more coaches certified, come on board, and we understand what is needed. And that Nicker's Netball Academy, I have zero regrets because I have over 30, 40 girls on rotation in the camp at any time. From that, we were able to produce the last 6 national players that just came back from the national under 16. We have 3 on the national under 18 preparing for Commonwealth in August. So Nicker's is doing its thing, right? Slow, steady, but Nicker's Netball Academy doing its thing, and I'm really proud of the progress it's making so far.
Okay, wonderful. I think it's I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm very mind blown because it's very, very commendable what you have been doing, what you continue to do. And in terms of what the THA or the government in general is doing for young persons in sports in Trinidad and Tobago, do you think enough is being done? Do you think more can be done? If you think more can be done, you could probably give some suggestions.
There's always room for improvement. There's always room for improvement. More can be done, yes. We need to understand what is needed. And as I said, that is planning, that long-term planning, not just thinking short-term, not just saying, oh, it have a competition coming up in August. Get the girls ready from January. No. We know what is happening because the world know the calendar of events that is happening. And in order to properly prepare an athlete, you must have that planning. So if it is that the powers that be understand this, put the right people in place, the right mindset, provide the right training, I am certain there would be a turnaround in the amount of athletes we are able to produce going forward. We should be able to get better and more athletes.
And I think that's something that we definitely need within the Trinidad and the Tobago space.
Yes, most definitely.
Because I mean, we have support for the athletes, but sometimes on the ground, you hear persons saying that, we could use a little bit more.
Yes, and of course, the question and the comment is always money, finances. Yes, you have to get the money, you have to get the finance. You can't talk development and not talk finances because you need to provide them with the right equipment, the right space to train, the right qualified people to train them as well, right? Because we gone are the days of just training athletes based on how you were trained. The person must understand it's a holistic development of the individual to get them to that next level and have them ranked among the best that there is out there.
Okay. And in terms of diet and that kind of thing, it's something that I've always been curious about. I mean, it's definitely, the onus is definitely on the athlete to stick to whatever diet.
It's on the team.
It's on the team. On the team.
Whoever the team is. And
everybody has to look out for each other.
Yes, it's on the team. From the coaches, the technical staff, everybody go right back. It must be, everybody must be on the same page to understand what is needed. That is where training comes in.
Okay.
That is training for the coaches, training for the manager, training for the athlete, understanding a complete holistic development that is needed to take the athlete to the next level. The athlete is then your final product.
And I think even the parents as well, because I mean, you have to have that support from the parents.
That entire team has to be on the same page.
Been? Because I mean, if it is you want something, the athlete wants something, but the parent wants something different. Have you had any experiences, like any challenges in that regard?
Thank God, no. I have very supportive parents, almost all of the parents. And I always express thank you to them, you know, like thank you for entrusting me with your child, with your daughter. And thank God I have athletes. The parents are very supportive, very, very supportive. They would drop the child and turn their back and go. I said, go, yeah, we covered. You know, just thank God. So that, as I said, complete team meaning players, athlete, technical staff, everybody on board. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Definitely. Great to have you here. You're very, very inspiring. And speaking of inspiring, can you tell us some of the persons who would have been influential in your netball journey? Because they say they started netball since you were at Scarborough Sec.
Yeah.
And now you're a netball coach. So tell us about that.
Persons that I really have to pay respect to. Persons like Ruthlyn Antwine, who started off my as my PE teacher, you know, signing our consent form when it is they had their work to rule and we want to play the netball. Miss Antwine said, okay, go ahead, sign. Martha Archer, without a doubt. Charmin Archer, the Archer sisters, without a doubt. My mother, my father, they are, and my family, very, very supportive persons in my life. Like I could not have done most of what I've done without them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us this morning. As I said, you're very, very inspiring. Congratulations, and continue to keep up the good work. You've been doing good work. I think everybody knows that. And now that you're certified, you're going to continue to do excellent work. So congratulations, and just keep it up.
Thank you very much.
Okay, viewers, so we have a lot more in store for you. Up next, we have Miss Vernice Simon of USC. She's going to talk to us a little bit about media. Hi, good morning, Miss Vernice Simon Frederick. So just remember to share the live, share the live, share the live, and we'll be right back.